Let's fix our engines again. That's making it a lot worse. Oh no. Oh no. Wow, okay, it's like, no. No matter what, you're not going to get it. That's less, though. Let me try with the front engine and see if I can fix it with the front engine. And grab it. Yes, that's pretty darn close, but it says we're still going to rotate just a little bit. I think that'll be okay. I think we should have enough SAS to keep that from bothering us too much, right? Just the override. And then will we, those wings are definitely going to, move, I think. Let's see here. I'll put some struts in here. This isn't really going to make it launch like a rocket in space. You can use the X-Wing. I think this VTOL is going to be good, though. We're going to take off straight up, and then we're going to start with vertical, or we're going to start with horizontal flight. So let's just strut it up a little bit here. We'll do some of that. We'll do some of that. I don't really need 2 struts in there, honestly. I could get by with just 1 strut. Let's turn off these things. Oh, RCS build aid. Thank you. I think we're good. I don't think I'm going to be adding any parts that are going to screw with our center of mass anymore. I could totally put some sort of skids on the wings. Is there something we could use as skids? Man, it's just extra weight. These things are freaking indestructible. Just so that we're not sitting on the... That's not really what I want. Try from the top, maybe, and clip it down through it. Nope. This is the occlusion meshes are so freaking weird. I wonder if I should just do it like that. Can I? Oh, that's the way to do it. Look. Yes. All right. So does that look okay? Because that way we'll be actually resting on that instead of our wing segment, right? Yeah, we will. And we won't be resting on the RTGs. I think that's okay. I wonder how that screwed with us. Engines. Up. Yeah, I think we're good. That's odd, though. Engines. Engines. Interesting. Certainly it's not giving me absolutely 0 rotation, right? You demand realism. It has 0 struts. They were internal struts. Oh, nice, Luis. Control surfaces. Dude. Good call. Good call. That seems a little bit important. Who needs control surfaces? I was just going to control it with the RCS. Because the real X-Wing didn't have freaking flaps on it. Now this is going to be straight up impossible. Or is it? That looks totally dumb. That actually ruins the entire X-Wing effect. I'm not going to lie. That totally ruins everything. Go on back now. And then we're going to try to launch this thing. Okay, there. Alright, alright, alright. Maybe I should use the bigger ones, but there's just more mass. I could clip them into the wings or something. Alright, turn that off so they go straight. There we go. I could totally put the control surfaces... That actually looks like an X-Wing really designed to... Yeah, clip them into the front wing. I think if I did it like this, where I got them and I put them on the front wing... Like on the trailing edge of the front wing if I can get to it. How can I do that? I can always put these back. Will it work if I do this? And then there'll be some sort of like more flappy sort of deals. Now why? That's odd. Why are you not going back to the same place you were? Seriously? That is very interesting. Oh, I need to turn angle snap on. So is that a legitimate way to do it, to clip them in like that? Wouldn't need wings, technically? Yeah, you're right, it wouldn't need wings, technically. Of course, it doesn't also have this really wacky-looking front strut thingy, whatever the heck that thing is. But I think that's going to do it for us if I clip that into the wing like that. I do that, I do that, then I do that, and I do that, and I do that. That's odd, those aren't... There we go. There we go. Is that a legitimate thing? Because those are straight now, and then I can put this guy back, turn on angle snap, and reinstall him like this. And then we're totally, like, hiding his wings like that. Let's just take this thing out. Pitching stuff. Oh gosh, it's peeking out. Whatever shall we do? What X-Wing wouldn't... Yeah, alright, we got that. Pull it out. Put it out at the end. Oh, like at the end, like, I don't know if that would work because of the leading edge thing. Thrust up on the engines. Ah, yes, thrust up on the engines. Let's go take this thing out and just see if it's going to fly at all. And I do like having an action group that is going to... there's our... One apparently just locks the thingies. Alright, and I want to switch mode on those things all at once. Switch mode. Okay. Let's save it. Oh yes, this is the K-Wing, the K-Wing fighter. That is, we always have to use K's, right? The K-Wing fighter. It doesn't even look like a K, but what do they know? Save. They get into these ships we use. Pitch and stuff. Did I miss anything else? 100% legit. Let's see here. The X-Wing is easy. Try building a K-Wing. That's what I just named it, a K-Wing. It's going to sit on the runway. Alright, look at that. That's actually really good. It's landing on that landing gear. The landing gear doesn't look exactly right. This is a freaking X-Wing. And we are discussing if it's 100% legit. I need action groups to handle the engines. I totally needed action groups for handling the engines. Because I need the VTOL engines to be able to turn on and off. So I need to revert to spaceplane hangar. I need to put them on an action group. We'll do 3 to toggle them on and off. Wow, I really need to set things up differently. I don't even remember the buttons, though. If you're just joining us, we ended the end of the Kerbal Space Academy stream. We're now building a Kerbal X-Wing fighter with VTOL capabilities. That's what we're shooting for. Cracking Willin' and the creek don't rise. I don't know. Let's see. What do I need to do? Action groups. Alright. I'm going to redo these things. We'll take those antennas off. Custom 1 is going to be toggle these things. So we'll toggle that and toggle that all at once. Custom 2 is going to be toggle these. Not switch mode, but toggle that. So toggle that and toggle that. Custom 3 is going to be switch these guys. Force switch into the next mode. Switch mode. I like it. Hey. There we go. Alright. Custom 4. Actually, custom 0, we'll say, will be this. Toggle antennas to lock the S-foils in attack position, or whatever it was that they did. And then the last thing, if this works, you want to test it in FAR, I will totally put this stuff up, man. When you were trying to get out of orbit. Oh my gosh. I think the last thing I'm going to do is put a light on the front of it. Just because, you know, lights in space. Where's the light? I've got batteries out the wazoo, I think. I think that's good. This... Oh. Did anybody ever have the X-Wing toy? Right? Did you have the X-Wing toy? And if so, when you got the X-Wing toy, did it come with the optional battle damage stickers? There you go. That's kind of how we do it. And if so, did you ever regret putting the battle damage stickers on your X-Wing actual toy? I'm totally dating myself. This is like the original X-Wing toy, y'all. I also had the Millennium Falcon and the Ewok Village. That's how we rolled in my household. Do we need anything for docking? Yes, let me toss a light down here just so that when we're docking we can have some sort of capabilities to assist us with said docking. Kianikin! Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. We are building an X-Wing fighter. K-Wing fighter, actually. That should at least slightly illuminate our docking port. That droid sticks up a little bit far, but that's okay. For realism, he can be replaced if he gets fried. That strut doesn't look exactly right, but what you going to do about it? Anything else? The gear action groups. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Did I toggle that? Wait, did I screw that up? Good call. I always like people. Your Mama 445, welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. We're playing around Cast Light Breeze also. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Well, who just came in there? Oh my gosh, DK! Dude, what's up, DK? We're building an X-Wing. Whistle Win also, thanks for the follow. Everybody that just did the follow chain there, thank you so much. That's awesome. The droid looks freaking cool, I think. He's got the antenna. He can be replaced. We could grab him with the claw. We could put another one in. I like that. What did I toggle? I toggled the gimbals, I think somebody said. Let's see. Toggle gimbal. I am glad I had people here. Toggle engine. Toggle engine. I am glad that I have people looking out for me in the stream. Who was that caught me there? The Thador. Thador, dude. Thank you so much, man. We would have been out there and I'd be like, why is it not working? And that would be why. Launch. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how it works. Launch clamps or magic anti-gravity generators. We'll see how this goes. Dude, Anachronicus. Anachronicus? Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Spicy sauce is spicy. Also, what but? Spicy sauce is spicy. Also with the follow. That looks good. I don't know how to fly a VTOL. I think it involves going up and then going forward. Let's see what we can do. I am going to throttle this puppy up. I am going to... We didn't have RCS either. Let's see if it flies first. I am going to hit 1 on the action group. MC Glossy! Or McGlossy. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. We are building an X-Wing fighter here. We're going to see how it goes. So there we go. I feel like I've got lift. There we go. Now we're taking up. And now I can actually click in my other engines. Uh-oh, it didn't like that. It's something about the center of mass. The center of mass. How about that? How about them apples? As soon as we did that, because of the engines on the bottom and the asymmetric thrust, we've got to fix that asymmetric thrust by having those engines tacked to the bottom. We are totally going to need to do something to fix that. That's what it was. It was nobody caught that. Nobody caught that. Nobody like made me up. All right. I don't feel dumb because I've got freaking 70 people in the chat with me. It's not the center of mass. It's the thrust versus the center of mass. I was yelling the wrong thing at the wrong time. That was terrible. Luckily, that was just the droid flying that one, right? It's the center of thrust relative to the center of mass, so we can both be right. How much do those engines weigh? We're going to have to add ballast to the top. So those engines weigh 1 each. Those weigh 1.2, so we have 2. We need to add 2 tons of ballast to the top in about the same thing. Let's see here. The Empire. I just totally killed Luke, and the Empire now wins. What do I have that can be 2 tons? I could always just toss some structural segments up there. Those are usually worthless weight. Weighing in at 0.1, that's not weighing very much. 0.3, that would be too many. 0.2, 0.1. Give me some ideas for ballast that I could put on the top. R2 needs to eat a lot. Switch off the... No, but it's the... You just have to cut the VL... I don't think so, because look. Look, if we look at it backwards, right? Let's go to RCS build aid. That's that. Look at the... I mean, yeah, see? That is totally going to flip us over. Let me thrust limit these guys and just make sure that that's what's happening. Yeah, it's definitely... I mean, look at RCS build aid. That center of mass, because we've got 2 extra tons from these big engines on the bottom, the center of mass is definitely going to screw with us, is what's going on. Put 100 Kerbals on top. We need more Kerbals on the top is what's going on. Oh, wow. There's things that we could do. I don't like all of them, though. I really wish that we could totally screw with things, right? And we could suck these thrusting bodies down on the sides. Use the force. We should just use the force. Let's see here. Wait. No, it's not center of mass. If you cut the VTOLs, you fall too fast. You need to lower throttle, tip, hover, then activate the horizontals, and cut the VTOLs once you have enough forward speed. No, I disagree with everyone here because look at RCS build aid, right? The center of mass is low because we have 2 extra tons down here, and RCS build aids is telling me that whenever I kick on all of these engines, it's going to flip me over on the top. I have a solution, though. This amount of rotation in RCS build aid, there's no way that I'll be able to compensate for this nosing over like this. So RCS build aid is telling me that I'm going to flip over drastically. However, we can fix it. This is telling me we have too much thrust on the top, right? And all we really need to do is thrust limit the top engines until that goes away, and that's going to fly perfectly fine. Now we're going to have less overall thrust, and I'm not sure how that's going to work once we get into space, but just by doing that, that should take care of us. And then that's going to throw that in, which we're not really worried about. So see now, when both of these things are on, so everybody's telling me all these things about VTOL, that's because you don't use Kerbal Engineer. Actually, RCS build aid. Look at this. Now when all of my things are going, I'm going to have a very, very slight rotation, but I'm going to be going up at this angle. This should work. Let's have a look at this and see if it works. Can I take one more? Like a 0.5? If I take the 0.5 out? Nope, that makes me rotate in the opposite direction. So it's probably a little bit better to rotate up than rotate down, I think. Let's have a look. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to save it. I will totally eat something, a cupcake, if I'm wrong. We'll see how this goes. But all I did was thrust limit the top engines so that we had less thrust on the top, even though we've got the mass up there, and that should keep us from rotating like RCS build aid said. So let's see what we've got here. That's us bouncing, X-Wing style. There's SAS. I'm going to throttle up. I'm going to activate my VTOLs. There we go. You can see it starting to lift us up. And let's see what happens. Here, let's turn on the light. There I start to go. I like that. And then I want to turn on my other engines. Like that. And once I get enough forward velocity, I'm going to wait till I get about 150 or so. It's pretty easy to get it right. You just got to have RCS build aid, people. After I get that right, and see how it keeps trying to rotate me up. Let's take the gear in. And once I get, I think, about 100, I am going to try to cut off my VTOLs and attain level flight. Like that. It looks like we are nosing down a little bit, so I have a little bit too much thrust on the top still, maybe. Or my engines aren't working. Because, see, those engines on the top are still pushing me over a bit. And we are still nosing down a little bit. Could I save it? By kicking these on? Nope, it takes them a minute to spool up. So it flew really well. It flew really, really well whenever we had it. But then we still had that rotation over after we... I wonder if we were using fuel or what the deal was. Let's go see. Tracking station, spaceplane hangar. There we go. We're going to fix that problem. We're going to make this thing fly straight. But I wonder if... on structural bits and yeah, angling. Yeah, that's the other thing that I was going to think about. You're watching a grown man. Wait, I got to read this comment. Heedless ostrich. I'm in England. It's 3:20 a.m. Watching a grown man build an X-wing in a game. This is what the internet is for. Glorious. Dude, you are absolutely right. Let's see if we can't figure out. So as we lost mass from this, what's going to happen? No, we're still good. As we, let's see here, what if we put even more thrust limiting on the top? Like that, that's going to try to nose us up. You'll need a lot of no lift on the, I will need a lot of no lift. No lift. The center of mass, that's what I was just checking, you had it right. The center of mass shouldn't shift very much with the fuel use. See, it changes a little bit, but it's not bad. And pulling out of here, when those are empty, that's definitely a lot, but they should all empty at the same rate, I believe. Heedless Ostrich! Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. We're building an X-Wing fighter. No lift on the nose, but that should be okay because look. Oh, you know what we didn't check? We didn't check the center of mass versus the center of lift. But that looks okay. Interesting. That means not enough lift, huh? Don't tell me we're not going to be able to get by without having some sort of lift on the nose. I definitely don't want to, clip 2 or 3 small control surfaces inside the nose. That's so lame. That's so lame. So just like this. I guess since we're building an X-Wing, let me see if that's the standard one. And I can totally put them backwards, I think, right? Turn that off. That'll make it flat. Do that number. Do that. Nope. Do that number. Like that. And another one like that. So lame. You know me and my clipping, dude. I don't like clipping. But you think that'll fix it? Now the center of lift is too far to the forward with those control surfaces in there. But I wonder how that's going to affect us. So the control surfaces are in line with the center of mass, so the only thing they can do is push you up and down but not apply any torque. The real problem is that the control surfaces are in line with the center of mass. That makes sense, you're right, because the control surface is exactly in the middle of that string, so it's got absolutely no lever arm. It's got actually no lever arm. Spotter, have you seen our... I think we've got the VTOL part down. What we need to do is now the level flight. Let's give that a try with those things up there. That is in that direction. Let me give it a little bit more. Because look, that actually gave us 0. I'm not really liking the way that center of mass is, but let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. Let's see here. Yeah, it's needed for modeling the X-Wing. You may be right. I was hoping that I had, like, the front was just decoration. I'm not sure. It flew pretty well, though. The other thing we could do is put some other sort of engine on the front that always points up. There we go. Fire those up. Do the same thing we did last time. And again, it's not... I think this thing would be a complete pain to VTOL land, by the way. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. But there we're taking off good. I like that. Let's kick these engines in, and that starts to rotate us backwards. Look at that. So it's 100% the, quick! Quick! Turn around! Yes! Pull up! Luke! Let's see here. Who just said there? Control officers are in line. I think I really like what Mitsukichi. I'm not sure if I said that right, because we've got no lever arm on that center of mass. I think that you're right. Let's go back to the spaceplane hangar. What time is it? Wow, 10:22. I'm 30 minutes over budget. We're gonna get this done though. Well, now, cause see, now that was making us go over in what direction? That wasn't really making us go over in any direction. Let's just launch it again and see if the problem was with the pilot and not the plane. But you're right. We may need to take those control surfaces and put them on the back, because right now the control surfaces are exactly in line with the center of mass, which gives them absolutely no lever arm to work against it. Let's see here. And remove the front one. Remove the front control surfaces. We'll definitely give that a try. Let's fire that thing up again. It definitely was flipping me over backwards, which meant... Yeah, that's okay. We had that at 55 last time. Clayton, Alabama. Is it Clayton, Alabama? Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Thanks for the follow. Let's see how this thing goes. I'm not throttled up. That would help. Let's see what happens here. Alright, there we go with that. We're hovering pretty well. And then look. Oh, look at that. These engines start to flip us over backwards. Those engines were starting to flip us over backwards. Did y'all see that? So something about, let's see here. Hagruma, dude, what's going on? Lights, I should have turned on the lights. Yeah, and that is a problem as well. Alright, so we had it really good. Let's go back to the spaceplane hangar. What I'm going to do right quick, y'all, I need to, VTOL gain a lot of altitude, then cut the VTOL engines, activate the mains. I was hoping I could, like, take straight off and then go. It's the lift generated. I think that you are right. So let's go back to the spaceplane hangar. I don't like having those things up in the front. However, I actually need to take about a 2-minute break. I need to hit the head right quick and grab me another Dr. Pepper. Plus, I want to hiccup the stream right quick. So what I'm going to do is that. I'm going to take that off. Put that like that. I'm just going to put that like that. Now we only have one of them. There's a little bit of lift generated in the front. There's a center of mass. There's a center of lift. Those are pretty darn close to each other. I can take that out by putting more thrust like that. Now we have that lift in the front, and the center of mass is right there. Eee. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if this works. I am going to take just a 2-minute break, just enough time for me to hit the head and grab another Dr. Pepper here. I am also going to hiccup the stream. I'm going to say this is the end of the Kerbal Space Academy stream. I am going to fire this up, and we'll do some free play. This is going to be the free play. That means that I can play music and that sort of stuff. It's also going to let me cut the stream in half so the Kerbal Space Academy section is separate. Let me do that right quick. What's going to happen if you're new to my stream? The stream is going to go down for just 1 second. It's going to come right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just basically cutting the two things in half. I'm going to have my Kerbal Space Academy segment. I'm going to have this segment. So don't go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to click stop streaming in OBS here. I'm going to click start streaming right again. If it makes you watch an advertisement about, I don't know, underwear or gauntlet or whatever, sorry, but I will be right back. While it's booting the stream back up, I'm going to put up the be right back screen. Bob, dude, take it easy, man. We're going to try to get this X-Wing running when I get back in just about 2 minutes. Anyways, there'll be some music playing. I will be right back. Thank you for hanging out. I'm not going anywhere. I hope you don't go anywhere either. I'm going to do this.